Hey y'all, hey, good afternoon, everyone having a good afternoon. Mine is alright. It ain't good, but it's alright. Uh, let's get into it. I know I'm probably late, but people still talking about it. So I did a little research, and before I come out here and do a video, and I also have some clips that I found, while I was on TikTok. I got some clips of people that have did video and more content about the situation that my dog was broken. Anyway, the content on the situation with Karmelo Anthony and the young man that lost his life, which is it's said on both families. It's said on both ends, right? My condolences, my condolences, my condolences. But um, I'm gonna say this. You gotta be PG-13 on YouTube, really. But when it come to eye color, when it come to people eye color, doing something or defending themselves, or this is all allegedly, this is all just my opinion. Praying for the family of both families. I'm praying for both of them because it's said on each end. But they were saying that allegedly that the boys were bullying Karmelo. They was bullying Karmelo, or picking on him at the track meet. That's what was said. That was what people were saying, that they picked on people, that they picked on people all the time. Basically, that's what people were saying. But every time it comes to the point where it's a black person and a white person in a situation, because it's what this is. You know what I'm saying? I don't have no problem with no race, but I'm just speaking truth when it comes to that part. That it's always the blame game. It's always the racist. The color being brought into it, which is sad and unfortunate, right? But that's what happened in this day and time. That's what they bring up in it. That's what they make known. They make known of that. They make known of the color of the skin in the other person, and they be harsher majority of the time, 9 out of 10. I'm not trying to say all the time, but 9 out of 10 on the black person. Just being real. Just being real from what I see. Now I ain't finna get on. I ain't gonna get on here and sugarcoat nothing. So that's what's going on in this situation. They did reduce Carlo Anthony's bond. Um, in this video, an eyewitness said at the game, I guess it was somebody at the game, just a parent or whatever, because he said his kids, you gotta watch the whole video all the way through, and said that, explain what he saw at the game. Um, So hopefully more people come out and explain and see what's going on. But both ends is very sad. It's very sad. I'll be keeping an eye on this story, but I'm doing this video because one of my people that watch me wanted me to do it, and I hope people watch this video because this is very important. I'm trying to bring other stuff on here as well. So also let me know what else y'all would like to see, and I'll look into it. But I'll be keeping an update, keeping an eye on this situation. They did do a GoFundMe. The people set up a GoFundMe for them, for Carmelo Anthony, and a lot of people saying he shouldn't have one. I mean, I don't like to judge when it comes to certain things. I don't try to judge, period. But when it comes to certain things, I like to keep it neutral because it's just like if it was on the other end, they would be doing it. But the people say that the parents were saying that it's hard to get, that it's the process when you go to GoFundMe, it ain't as easy as people think it is to get the money that people are sending in. And especially with this case and how it is um, divided. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, y'all let me know what y'all feel. Let me know what y'all think about the situation at hand. And let me know y'all thoughts and opinions on it. This is just my opinion. I'm praying for both families. I wish both of the families the best on each end. But we need, to teach your kids don't bother nobody, don't pick on people, leave people alone. You know what I'm saying? If you're not being friendly to people or being nice to people, leave people alone, okay? And this is going both ends, black, white, Mexican, no matter what color you is. Leave people alone. Just leave people alone. Don't be picking on folks and then think people are going to take it. This is not back in the 50s and 60s. People got other stuff, got too much going on in their life to be worried about somebody bothering them, picking on them. It don't matter what the age is. You could be elementary, middle school, high school, college, a grown adult at work. People get fed up, okay? So leave people alone. Be kind to people. Just don't bother folks. You know, if you ain't saying, hey, good morning, minding your business. You know, but that's what I do. I mind my business. When I'm in public, I speak, hey, how you doing? Giggle, kiki, hee, hee. But I'm not finna bother and pick on folks and, bully people. That's crazy. Leave people alone, basically. But anyway, watch the video all the way through, okay? Because there's more stuff on here. But I also, now you have to do your content on here. You can't just put nobody else's content in your videos no more, okay? So if y'all doing it and just using other people's content without saying nothing, then don't do that. But yeah, so I hope, watch the video all the way through, and I'll be keeping an eye on this story. But please watch the content, because this is a lot for me to do, and especially editing and all that. But I will be back with another one. See y'all. Bye.
Texas judge has reduced Karmelo Anthony's bond from $1 million to $250,000, following his legal representation putting in a bid that the judge reduce his bond to $150,000. Although it wasn't reduced to the $150K they asked for, $150,000 is substantially lower than $1 million. In court, they questioned why Karmelo Anthony was still sitting in jail if his family has raised over $400,000 in their GoFundMe account, and his family responded that getting access to that money isn't as easy as people think. It's not as simple as making a phone call. Obviously, the judge heard out Karmelo Anthony's family and his legal representation and reduced his bond. If you guys are unfamiliar with this case, Anthony is currently sitting in a cell after he was arrested following an incident he got into it with at a track meet with Austin Metcalf. Karmelo Anthony was allegedly sitting in the wrong seat when Austin and his twin brother approached him, asked him to move, and from there they got into an altercation, resulting in Anthony poking Metcalf in the heart, getting him to pass from his injuries. Anthony was arrested at the scene and actually confessed to the crime while he was sitting in the back of a police car, but he claimed that it was self-defense. A lot of people are questioning why Anthony even had this KNIFE on school grounds, claiming that he would have never had that. This entire situation would have been completely different. It would have been a fist fight at best. His legal representation declined to answer that question. He did let people know that it will be addressed in court during trial. During Karmelo Anthony's bond reduction hearing, his mother and father testified on his behalf, and they let the courts know that he was the captain of his football and track team, and that he was the oldest of 3 siblings. He had a job at Foot Locker and another job at HEB, I believe. They let the courts know that before this entire situation, he was contemplating about which college he wanted to go to. Now he is fighting for his freedom. You guys, I'm honestly curious to know what y'all think regarding this entire situation. I'm sure Karmelo Anthony felt some type of intimidation, especially considering the fact that he was getting approached by 2 twins. I'm not too sure how much they weighed or how tall they were, but you can tell that they were definitely bigger than him. Honestly curious to see how this is all panned out, and I want to know y'all thoughts regarding this. Let me know down in the comments, y'all. Peace.
Finally, y'all, a witness came out and made a statement in the Karmelo Anthony case, and I have to let y'all hear this because this is the piece I have been missing, that I have been waiting for the witnesses, for the students around the situation to see what happened, and this is what he had to say.
Trying to get back to their cars, or
this is the witness.
Get in, places where they, wouldn't get all extra wet. Dude was sitting up under the tent, right? He was on his phone, right? My daughters was up under the same goddamn tent. Yeah.
He's talking about Karmelo.
I'm paying attention to my kids, but at the same time, they're in the same vicinity, so I'm watching everything going on around it, because I'm there for my children. So, dude walks up, McKellen, bro, he wasn't even under the tent at the time. They came from a whole separate tent.
He's talking about the twins.
Over there. They intentionally went over there to this kid, man. Dude was sitting there on his phone just trying to get dry.
Karmelo was on his phone.
They went from another. They grabbed this man.
Grabbed him.
And they tried to punch on dude. Dude went in the bag, and whatever, they went to try to jump this dude and punch on this dude, man. And he protected himself, dude. That's what happened.
Mind you, this man does not know Karmelo.
Just one. It was both of them, bro. Austin, that dude that's got unalive, and his brother, went over there to intentionally. It's not to the point that he brought a knife. For one, it wasn't on school property. The school is
wasn't on school property.
Miles away.
It
was community.